trash. And then it's
Oh
like,
no.
yo, so yeah, like I think people wanted to hear your perspective as somebody who's like not been following the story, but also living out there, and you
Yeah.
got family that currently lives in Provo, and we've had our run in with the police in Utah.
Well,
You
yeah,
know,
we've talked to a few people
yeah, you
to
you've
keep.
you've had more teenage interactions with the police down there than I have.
I mean, here and there.
Yeah, but like we'll save that for another time if people are interested. But yeah, man, like when you sent me the topic of today, I was thinking I know I praise YouTubers a lot for anything related to, you know, sports cars and whatnot.
Yeah,
But I also think about like even though I'm praising them, like it is true, like expressing yourself and expressing yourself through your car all really started, I guess, publicly with the YouTubers, because there was people
yeah,
with like really nice specked out cars, but we had like Yanamais, we had um, Stradman, we had Salamandrin, people that like or Alex Choi that were
yeah.
just going crazy with their cars, man, like just
He's
nuts.
wild.
Yeah, Alex Choi put like a whole freaking rolling cage outside his Lamborghini Huracan and just going off road. And maybe he's the one that inspired Lamborghini to do an off-road Huracan.
It
Who
could be,
knows?
yeah,
But yeah, like so we know a lot of people just buy cars, especially sports cars, because of they can resell it. So they'll like do a basic model, like a red Ferrari with a tan interior. There's nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful, but then it just sits there, right?
yeah,
And there's a huge spectrum of why people do that. Why, like, not every car. When can you start doing it as an investment versus like you're buying that car to drive, but you're also gonna drive it and try to use an investment? It's kind of like a oxymoron, counterintuitive, right?
for sure.
So like, what do you think? Because I think me and you are kind of on the same boat. Like, if it's your car, it's your dream car, it's the car that you want forever. Like, like for instance, Stradman had the Lamborghini Gallardo that just blew up, like caught on fire recently,
Yeah, it was
and
crazy.
he loves that car so much he's just building it back.
Yeah,
He is just finding parts, putting it back together. Fantastic, right?
yeah,
So obviously, there's gonna be cars that people are going to buy their dream car, and it's gonna be there forever. And they're gonna wrap it, maybe even paint it different designs, change the interior, which I think right now what's fresh in my mind is the YouTuber Stradman, where he's taken his Aventador, revamped the entire interior, this white and pink interior. It's really really nice.
yeah.
We see it with like the masonry vehicles, like that's like his design. He wants to be crazy, whatever. And then I even forgot the one with the bee. What's the one with the bee again?
Um, Brabus.
Yeah, Brabus.
Brabus.
So like in your opinion, like should your dream car just be specked out crazy if you have the opportunity to do it, or like what do you think?
Dude, honestly, if it's like your dream car, like one that you have been wanting for forever, I think yes. Like you should make it yours, make it your custom thing. Like whatever you want to do to it, do it. Because at the end of the day, it's like you've worked so hard for this car. I think it's very specific to
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
and you know, if you end up selling it later, that's a different story. But like, enjoy it while you have it. Do what you can with what you have, because a lot of people like work forever and aren't going to be able to achieve that specific car, or don't. I don't know. It's like very unique and specific to you. So yeah, definitely. I think if you get like your dream car or your something that's very special to you, like customize it, make it like kind of like you said with Stradman, like the whole white front dash interior, like the pink, the wide body, like every little thing about it is just custom to him.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, I don't like every car that he designs or puts out or the color, and like, but that doesn't matter. It's his car.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, I could be like, oh, this looks like trash, but at the end of the day, like, he likes that trash.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
and again, my opinion isn't like the freaking arbiter of truth, because
Yeah,
there are some things that I could see like, okay, that's sick. Like a lot of, I hate BMWs. I hate BMWs, right?
yeah.
He had a BMW that he got in like satin silver or something like that, and it looks
Oh, yeah,
beautiful to me. Like I think that's like a lot of people disagree. People are like crapping on him. But I think that kind of silver on a car, dude, I think it looks phenomenal.
it looks
Like
sick. Yeah,
that's just me, dude. Like,
that.
it's like one of those things like that you can disagree with how things go, but appreciate the art
Yeah,
that like comes from their creativity. Because also like a car, especially for men, is like an outward expression of you. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I think it's also one of the reasons why the Fast and Furious movies, especially in the beginning, like the first three, like hit so big and resonated so much, regardless of writing or whatever. It's like these are guys that like maybe they're not buying Ferraris, which we do see a Ferrari in the first few, actually I think throughout all of them. But they look at it like, yo, I can modify this car and it's tailored to me. Like this is my style, my taste. I
yeah,
don't care if somebody doesn't like it. It's me.
yeah.
Like for instance, I don't personally like tattoos, but I understand so much of the spectrum of why people get them, right? But like I like tattoo on a car. Like maybe it's because I always played Need for Speed and I was always like designing the cars
Yeah,
and
dude.
like putting a sticker on the side or whatnot. But yeah, man, it's like there's something. There's something
Yeah,
for everybody. Like you gotta, you know, like the other side of the coin is like how much like car brands like that, you
that's
know?
true. Yeah, I know certain brands like Ferrari don't like you touching their cars and making it custom, but
Yeah. Like
to
Ferrari
an extent, yeah,
Ferrari likes it when you customize with them,
exactly.
right?
Yes.
They want to make you like a one-off car or a car that might be, like the Daytona SP3. They want you to like spec it crazy to like a color that nobody has or a design that like you came up with that they will tailor to it. Like that kind of stuff. Like that Ferrari does like that.
Yeah,
But they're just, I would say, you can't tell what Ferrari is going to like if you just take your car and modify it. You put a hole through the ceiling or something like that,
do something crazy.
right?
Yeah,
Because Ferrari is like once you get it modified with certain like retailers, like let's call Mansory and Brabus a retailer. When you modify it with something like that, sometimes they don't want the Ferrari badge on there no more
yeah,
because it's like it's no longer a Ferrari. Like if you're not utilizing the engine how it's supposed to be and the look, it's we don't want you to use our emblem.
yeah. Get
Which
rid of it.
and it could be like a few things like yeah maybe we have like three, four, or five emblems on it. You have to take at least two out. Like these are things you hear as a fan through the grapevine, but yeah, like and I think that's why people gravitated so much to Lamborghini in the past like 10 years, 10, 15 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the cool part. Yeah, you just make it so freaking custom. Like whatever you want to do, you can get away with. I mean, if you want to put wide body kits or if you want to, I don't know, just wheels, keep it simple. Like whatever you want to do, no one's gonna come after you and say anything about it. But yeah, YouTubers made it like just massive within the last, I don't know, 15 years or so. Just these crazy different body kits on exotic cars, especially. So it's been kind of cool to see that
Hmm.
and see how people actually customize it for their own liking and
Yeah,
not for
yeah.
like resale purposes.
Dude, like what's crazy is like I don't know if anybody would take their Pagani to like modify it,
No,
but we're starting to see like Bugatti Chirons and stuff being taken to Mansory, being taken to like be designed with its own one-off one body kit, and Bugatti is not super happy with that.
yes,
You know, the I think Bugatti's been quiet on that because there's only like two or three YouTubers that are working on Bugattis that might change it for the worse.
yeah,
Like the Bugatti Pura Sangue, right? Like the pure blood. Bugatti, like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be only five in the world, and then you had the Saudi prince take it to Mansouri back in the day, and make like its own Buddha Sangway, right? And then you had who was it? Matt? No, not Matt Armstrong. It's the other dude, the British dude, older guy that like fixed it up and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
And he's recently taken it to Mansory, and he's like, all right, so like there's some flaws in it, like what can we do with it, whatever. But Bugatti didn't like that because then it became six cars
That's
instead of
crazy, dude.
five. And
Yeah.
it's not that like Bugatti still claims the five, but it's because like if you see that car on the road, there's no way you could tell that it's not from the factory of Bugatti, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that kind of dilutes the brand a bit. But the funny thing is like since Pagani is like a work of art, and you when you get to the cars that are millions of dollars, not a lot of people not a lot of people or we don't see like people modifying those things almost at all,
Yeah,
like
dude.
at all. So I'm interested in seeing the next couple of years because we're starting to see more custom stuff. You know?
Yeah, it's slowly trickling out. I mean, there's this guy in Miami who works with Matt Armstrong. I think his name's Alex something. But yeah, he has a Bugatti as well that like a few years ago he crashed it, went to like Copar, and no one bought it, so he bought it back, and he wanted to use the actual like Bugatti pieces for the
Yeah.
rebuild, but he was having like some issues with Bugatti themselves. They didn't want to like provide him with certain things, so he was like, "All right,
And they're
screw it."
French. They're little gay boys that are sensitive about everything. So love
Yeah, dude.
Bugatti, but it's a French brand. Like, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this dude, he's like building a whole custom wide body for this multi-million dollar Bugatti. It's like you don't see that
Yeah.
nowadays. Like this massive custom wide body on a multi-million dollar car. Like,
Yeah, man. Because that car, like, again, people always say that Bugatti Veyron is undervalued. That it should be in the tens of millions because of like, it held the record for what 12 years as one of the fastest cars in the world.
yeah.
And yeah, like the the problem with like the hypercars is that people are too scared to change things, but YouTubers are not scared. You have
Yeah.
that one guy also in Florida who's creating his own one-off P1.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
who I'm talking about? I forgot his name. What's the YouTuber? He's a YouTuber as well.
Is it
Yeah,
Tavares? Right?
Tavares. Yeah, but that thing's gonna be done in like 20 years.
It's gonna take
20
a
years
while.
from now. Yeah. Um, but hey, Animal, welcome back. I wasn't lurking the other day. I fell asleep. My wife massaged you from my phone, messaged you from my phone. Oh, word, word. But hey, welcome in. We're just talking about cars again, man. Just a daily drive. But
Out
yeah,
here.
so Mr. Daily, Bugatti and Ferrari are dicks about rebuilds. Yeah, they're pretty retarded and they're pretty gay.
That's
And
wild.
I love them, but you know what? It is what it is, bro. Like but that's the other thing. It's like you're not going to when that happens to you. We saw love him or hate him. That one, Andrew Tate.
Oh yeah, yeah,
he bought a Bugatti, right? Like to buy a Bugatti from the factory, have it built, you gotta be on a list. You gotta be like top tier dirtbags in the world, right? Whatever. You gotta have a yacht, whatever stuff they need, you gotta have it. Now, maybe if you're famous and stuff, you could build a relationship through that kind of channel instead of like the regular channel of just being rich, and then eventually they'll be like, okay, yeah, we'll let you buy a Bugatti or whatever.
yeah,
So yeah, and just like I don't think Bugatti has the contracts anymore, but Ferrari has the contracts on their, you know, anniversary editions. Their hybrids, their unfortunately what like the F80 is a V6. That's kind of bullcrap, but whatever. The
Yeah,
Daytona SP3 is phenomenal.
yeah,
The LaFerrari, phenomenal. But you're gonna get a call first, and if you want to buy that, but you don't want to play the game to be on the Ferrari list, then you're not going to. You're gonna get it secondhand, and you're gonna pay a premium. It's gonna be twice of what its original price. So it's kind of like that. Like, yeah, you could play the game. Maybe the connections will help you financially later on in the long run. But
yeah.
overall, like, I think most people would just rather like make the money and then buy it and do whatever the hell you want to do with it. Regardless
That'd
if it's
be
used or all that.
yeah.
So I think people are moving more towards that because they're sick of the game. Like, you don't know when you're gonna die. You're gonna wait like 5 years to get on a list so you could buy a car that you might not even want at the time, and then you have to
I'm
keep
not gonna
buying cars
drive.
that, yeah, like unless it's like a goal of like to be on Ferrari's number one customer, like that's cool, it's great, have fun, it's on you as well. But then
Yeah,
again, and I get the mentality of like these are masterpieces and they don't need to be touched. I get that mentality, but also it's like just having the option of the freedom to do whatever you want with what you've purchased. Like,
yeah.
that's a great thing too. And then you're gonna be driving like dude. There's been brands that are like you can't drive it more than this many miles per year.
They're
It's like, yeah, but I own it. What do you mean?
like, you can't
Yeah,
tell me
but
what
you
to do.
shouldn't. It's like, okay, that's some bull crap. Like
Yeah,
like for instance, Bugatti on the Veyrons, they have an expiration date on
that's
the tires.
crazy.
So
Yeah,
it's like even if you don't drive it, they expect you to change the tires after the expiration date.
yeah.
And what's different about the Bugatti Veyron tires, I think the Chiron has the same, is that the tires, you can't just change a tire.
No, there's
They
no.
are they are like made into the wheel.
Yeah, like literally glued on there.
That's nuts, man.
That's crazy. Just
And
for
if
a
you,
$30,000 tire change.
oh yeah, and you have to replace all the tires.
Yeah,
Like, you can't
it's
just
crazy.
replace one. If one goes out, you're replacing every single tire.
Yeah,
And it's
that's tough.
expensive. It's expensive, man.
Yeah,
So it's all, like, again, we're not gonna talk about the maintenance and the costs and stuff and everything, but it it's kind of like, I think for most people, you in business you get screwed over so much, right? That when you achieve a certain level and you're able to buy a car or able to just buy anything that you particularly want, could be expensive, could not be expensive. You want to do whatever the hell you want to do with it. You don't want to freaking mess with this stuff. You don't
yeah,
care. You don't. You no longer care about what people's opinions are, right? Because
yeah.
everybody's got a freaking opinion. Who cares? Every single person in the world has an opinion, and most of them are not gonna like whatever you do or whatever your idea is.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
I like, again, we could keep talking about like the whole investment side of it. Great. That's if you achieve like the ability to collect and like, okay, I'm gonna pick my cars that I'm gonna drive, but I'm also gonna buy the ones that I'm going to use them as an investment. That's awesome. Have fun.
Yeah.
But like, if that's all you're doing, like, who cares? Only if it's the right shade of pink.
Nice.
All right, Rachel. All right. Word.
It's the pink metallic Bugatti.
Well, you like that's all like Stradman's
That's
car.
fun.
I don't know what his obsession is with pink and purple. Like, it used to be purple, now it's just pink. I'm like,
You got a lot of a lot of pink in there, but just the
yeah,
different
bro.
colored. It's pretty crazy though. Like I went over to the. It's crazy how different they look in person, like
Yeah,
versus pictures and stuff. Because like I went over to the Lamborghini store and like you see all these cars in person, all the different colors, and you're like, dude, this looks nothing like the pictures. It's just crazy how
yeah,
different it is. So it's cool. Like it's cool to see people, especially when it's like custom colors, kind of like what he has on his cars. I've seen them in person too at like car meets here in Utah, and
hmm,
it's insane how cool it looks. So it's pretty cool how people customize it to their liking and stuff, and don't just worry about the resale value.
yeah. Like, again, if you're driving it, you're not worried about the resale value.
Yeah,
Now, when it goes to the hypercars, like, you could still drive it, put some miles on it, and sell it for more than what you paid for it. That's great. But it doesn't necessarily mean you're getting all your money back because there's maintenance, there's oil changes, there's tires, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So here's a question I have for you, that I just kind of been thinking about the last few times we've been talking about expensive cars.
Yeah.
Like, if you had Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk type money, just insurmountable type money, like, would you buy some of these Koenigsegg's or Paganis, these one of one off cars, and do something crazy or customize it or make it
Like a one
yours?
of one car. Like a
Yeah,
one of one car.
like a one
I
of one.
would, dude, I would just go to one of the manufacturers and be like, I need you to build me a car that is as close to a Batmobile and my specs as possible. Like I'm a nerd through and through, man. I need a Batmobile. I don't give a damn. Like if I had that kind of money, which like who knows what the future lies, right? I don't think I'm gonna keep buying one-off cars. Look, when I worked at the dealership, right? And I remember talking to a customer that had, he said the most cars he ever had at one point is 60 cars, and he stocked them all in an airplane hangar, two airplane hangars actually, because you got, and it's a lot of money because you have to have the trickle thing for the batteries
Uh,
to make sure that the batteries don't give out.
yep.
He's a super nice guy. His said his favorite car to ever drive was his Veyron, right?
Oh, that's cool.
So we were talking, and first of all, I just did the math very quickly in my head. I'm like 60 cars. That means like in order for you to drive every car once in a month, you'd have to drive two different cars per day.
That's crazy.
Like that's a
Yeah,
lot of cars, man.
it's a
That
lot of
must be
driving.
a nice collection and everything. But oh, you could see me in DeLorean. I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do something. But
um,
I don't know, man. I don't think I would. Animal. I have a picture for you that I'm gonna show you. But I don't think I would probably try to make more custom cars or have like pay a crazy amount of money to Ferrari to make me a custom Ferrari from my design. But there's other people that could do that without the brand,
yeah,
that can utilize the brand and like there's a whole huggabaloo on how to do it. You know this.
yeah.
But I don't think I would be buying like that's the thing. It's no hate to people who buy a ton of cars. Like I don't think I would be buying a ton of cars. Honestly, I would rather buy other people a car. Like I
Okay.
would buy the collection, whatever, and it's the things that appeal to me. I'm not gonna buy cars that like, oh, this is everybody loves this car. If I don't like that car and everybody else does, who gives a damn? I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't want it, right?
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, like so it just is what it is. I'm not going to keep doing that. Like, and again, how am I supposed to enjoy my car just by myself? Like, yeah, I could hang out with my wife. I could pick you up, pick some friends up, but
Yeah,
there's only one seat, right? So, like, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I would rather be like, okay, I'm gonna utilize this money to help somebody open their business so they could eventually achieve whatever dream car they want, and then we all go on road trips together. We all have fun, especially if I'm in a damn Batmobile.
that would be pretty sick though.
Yeah, it would be pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. Wait for it, wait for it. You get everybody's gonna love this. And so animal, you were talking about a DeLorean, right? Right? Du-du-du-du. Here, let's put this right here. Yeah, you like that?
Very nice. Oh, there we go. In the
Heck
full Jedi
yeah.
suit.
Yeah, dude, that was the re-grand opening of my Lego store. Remember that?
Yeah, that's
We
sick.
did a whole Jedi or Star Wars theme, and so this dude he won this car.
He won
Um,
it?
yeah, so back in the day, the book that Ready Player One came out, they had you've seen the garbage movie, right? Ready Player One.
I've never seen it actually,
Okay, like if
but
it's
I
an
know what it
enjoyable
is.
movie. So the Ready Player One, it's like all the video games put together, whatever. There was a challenge at the end of the book. One of them was like beat the hardest game in the hardest console to play, which was Atari at the time, and he had to beat it like in a certain time and whatever. So he completed all three challenges, and when you completed all three challenges, they were going to they gave out a DeLorean. And he even right there, if you see behind me, on behind my head, that's the flex capacitor.
That's so sick. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he also, I think he wrecked his first one, and they just like gave him another one. So like,
That's
yeah,
so
this is
sick.
this is second DeLorean. Yeah, super
That's
cool guy,
wild.
dude. He came in there and he bought like thousands of dollars worth of Lego because his wife was like, "Fine, get it." Super nice guy. Forgot
Yeah.
his name though. He was chill. If I saw him, I would be able to see it. But yeah, this was also May 25th. My dad sat in it too. He was right
Mm,
there. You
dude,
know.
that's sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
DeLoreans are sick, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That movie goes
So,
hard.
dude, I go hard, bro.
Stay hard.
Again, here's what I would do. I would design a Batmobile, right?
Okay.
I would put I would design it based off probably the McLaren Speedtail and make sure the it's a mid-engine and there's the middle seat, which is the driver's seat, and then two to my side, right? But then two on the back, so it'd be a five-seater. Okay, but
Okay.
it would open like a Batmobile, where like the windshield and the doors would like kind of come up and move
Yeah.
forward, and
Okay.
everybody could jump out, right? But
Huh.
like I've already thought about it.
Yeah.
Yo, Tyrannosaurus Rick in the house. If I had that kind of money, I'd have three cars: a daily driver, my fun car, and my camping slash road trip. That's you saying that's all you need. That's what's up.
That's the best way
Rachel
to
knows
go.
how to do it. But yeah, by the way, I met Rick today. He came out to see me, and we
Hey.
we chilled we chilled for a little bit. It was fun. Um,
That's sick.
Shout out to Rick and his little doggo. But yeah, like I would design that, and I already have an idea of how the Batmobile, a real functioning one, would look like. It would be a little longer, kind of be like a Shaq car. He did with the
Okay.
Corvettes. If you guys
Yeah.
don't know, Shaq like had his Corvettes modified and his Lamborghinis made custom for him because he's 7'2", and he's got tree trunks for legs. It goes on for days,
It's
and
yeah.
so like he had to have an elongated car, but he likes sports cars. You feel me?
It's sick.
And
I don't know if you're familiar with this guy, but he's also I don't know if he does YouTube, but he's one of Stradman's friends. His name's what is it? Lambo Jesus. Have you ever heard of him before?
no.
Oh, you should look him up. He has like a custom Batmobile that he made that's pretty
Oh,
freaking sick.
was the one? Was he featured on Daily Driven Exotics (DDE)?
I think he was. Yeah, I think he's done some with them before as well.
Okay, okay,
But yeah, he has a sick car collection as well, like a massive Batmobile tank
all right,
looking thing.
all right.
It's pretty sick.
Heck yeah. Like, yeah, I want to build a Batmobile. I think that would be dope. I have it just as long as the Daytona SP3 because a lot of people don't know that that's actually a really wide car. You also can't just park it anywhere because
Yeah.
other cars are gonna hit it. You might even have to double park at times.
It's
And
a
you're
long
gonna
car.
be the dick face of the party. Like, why are you parking two spots, man? What the freak?
I
But it's a
got you.
Daytona SP3, bro. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, um,
not cheap.
yeah. Oh yeah. And I think Lamborghinis they look the closest to a Batmobile. It's one of the appeals.
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh,
you just want to
you
drive
build
it
it. I just
once.
want to drive it once. Okay. All right. Take it to the track, then everybody just can wreck it.
That'd be wild,
But
dude.
yeah, so again, and Salamandrin talked about when he got his Pagani, right? He showed up in the reflective mirror neon Yanamai's Lamborghini Aventador, the ultimate douche's car, right? He even says
Yeah,
it. But it's awesome. Remember when Yanamais was doing like the Lamborghini rap for KSI?
Oh
salamandering, and they all
yeah,
look crazy. They had
yeah,
that line across all the like details. Um, he spoke about like expressing yourself and not giving a damn of what other people think, because too many people. It's not just about cars. It's just like you don't want to stand out because you're worried about how people judge you, right? Because like I get that we talk about cars, but again, the car is a way for express yourself, just like it's your style, just like the way you cut your hair, the way you shave, the way you present yourself to people.
yeah.
Like we get me and you. We've been to parties together. We've hung out with family together, and it pisses us off when we know people, and then when somebody else shows up, they start acting different just because this other person shows up. We usually saw it when some of our friends, a certain girl would show up, and they'd be like, "Oh no, no, I gotta be a bro now. I gotta be, chilling."
It's wild. Yeah,
You
it
know, and
happens.
me and you just look at each other like, hmm, okay. Oh, someone's gonna clip that. Yo, chat, clip that. Send it around the internet. Let's get him famous. But yeah,
uh,
like again, before the brand would just tell people if you were a douchebag. Like if you bought a Lamborghini, usually you were like all tattoos with that, always wearing a hat, being a dick to everybody. That was like the
skinny
stereotype.
jeans.
Yeah, but again, like I think when you, and it's not about sticking out, but when you like just add your flavor to something like your car, your clothing, whatever, stand out. A lot of people are just not gonna like it.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
like
for sure.
and that's the thing. Like when you're talking about opening a business, when you're talking about your ideas that you have for your future or your dreams, like people like say common things like, "Man, I remember when I was that age, full of life and dreams," and they're like down and out. It's like, okay, look, man, not to hate on you, but just because you fail doesn't mean other people are gonna fail. I
Yeah,
think me and you have both experienced. I've experienced it more, but you're now experienced it is like raising kids. Like, dude, it like when my first kid was born, a lot of people are like, they're like, oh man, now it's gonna be rough, man. Like it's gonna be, and I was like, no, it's not rough at all. Like there's problems. Baby cries, whatever, but it's
yeah,
not as crazy as you had. It's like, oh yeah, well, like wait till the second one, and the second one comes along, and they're fine, and it's like wait for the third one, and the third one's fine, and they're like wait for the terrible twos, and you're like they're fine. It's like wait till they turn 5 and start going to school, and like they're still fine. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry that you failed as a parent, and you're trying to project that onto me,
that's true.
and you're
Yeah,
trying to like dude, it's one thing to be like, oh yeah, like I had this experience, so let me try to help you. If that experience comes towards you, I could give you some pointers on how to handle it because I didn't have anybody help me. That's one thing. But like you just like telling everybody like, like because it happened to me, it's gonna happen to you.
yeah,
And then like you tell them an idea and they just brush it off like, "Pff, yeah, like keep dreaming."
sure.
There's sometimes that's valid.
Yeah,
Like if you're being a butthole and you're like, oh yeah, like it's not gonna happen to me. Like life is gonna go good, and then like everybody else is gonna be like, all right, man. Like we'll wait and see. That's valid,
yeah.
and like it's gonna piss them off even more if it doesn't happen. But at the same time, it's like you can't just project everything onto people. But people are gonna do that, and it's important that we understand that people are gonna do that, right? It's
Yeah,
for everybody to understand that. So
100%. Yeah.
yeah,
Hello,
hello,
Bashia.
Bachichinha.
What's up, big dog?
So
That's funny.
yeah, it's like is has there been like instances in your life recently that people are just like constantly judging you for just expressing an idea, expressing yourself, and being like, yeah, like I plan on doing this, and hopefully it takes off or whatever.
Um, yeah, I mean, I think it's always like you'll always come across it no matter what. No matter what
Hmm.
phase of life, whether it's like business or personal or like being a parent now, especially like everyone's always just projecting their own, I guess, like insecurities, you could say, and
Yeah, yeah.
thinking your life's going to be the exact same as theirs, where it's like everyone's different. Like the way I do certain things is going to be a lot different than how you do certain things, so it's like we're not all going to have the same experience. And like I think it kind of like we were talking about earlier, it all ties back kind of what we're talking about with like customizing cars, but also like with your life as well. Like you do everything differently because a lot of people stay in like uh what's the best way to put this, like a lot of people live their life, I would say, in a resale point of view. Like they're just playing it safe because they don't want to be expressive of themselves. They don't want to be judged for the color they pick their car or what, like. But in your personal life, like a lot of people are just like, I'm just going to be so and so just to satisfy everyone else, but not be myself. Like I think it's a pretty big change now, especially as a parent, seeing it from a parent's perspective. Like,
Yeah, and it's like it's not to hate on anybody that has done that to you, right? It's just like you can always share your perspective. It's fine, but projecting is just a different beast. Being like, hey, look, hey man, I get that you have these dreams and all, but like this is reality, and this was most likely gonna happen. But I still believe that you can do this if you put your mind to it. Just understand that it might not be as simple as you put it in your head. Cool, that's
yeah.
fine. That is 100% fine. Not a problem at all. But the the issue being is mainly it's not only projecting but just putting somebody down. Like, what's your goal? Like, we have a subconscious goal when we talk to people. Like, we as much as people say like, oh, I want to make friends and I don't want to like go in with like this I don't want to meet somebody going in with this goal of trying to befriend them because they're rich or they're cool or they're famous, whatever it is. It's like, no, like we have something subconscious in us that's like, no, like there's something about this person that I want, you know, whether it's the
Yeah.
person themselves and then hopefully but like have a friendship or because they have a certain skill or something they could teach you, whatever it is. Cool. And so we have a subconscious goal when we say things to people like, why are you saying this? What is your goal here? Why are you saying this to me in the way you're saying it?
Yeah.
Like, do you care about me? Do you like want to make sure I succeed? Do you want to make sure that like I don't hurt myself because that like it affects us and it sucks. That's why like they say the path to success is the loneliest road because
Sure.
it
Yeah.
doesn't matter like and then people always put success and money together. When you say success, that's what all everybody's always thinking about. No, it's sometimes just being a good parent.
Yeah.
Some sometimes, well, most of the time, it's just being a good parent, a good driver, a good employee at your company that you work for, or a good YouTuber, whatever it is. It's like it's not just about the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everything is usually a vehicle for something.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's there's just so much to it. Like this is such a big topic that we can go on about, which I love. Kind of like some of the people in the chat here saying with Rachel. See your comment here.
So, well, Rachel, let me tell you how to get a man and keep him.
Let me tell
No,
you
I'm
step by
playing.
step.
I'm playing. Everybody knows the answer. Shut up and make a sandwich, right? Right. She knows that. She knows.
See, it's not that hard. It's not that. Just
It's
kidding.
not
I'm
that
kidding.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what were you saying, man?
What was I saying? When it comes to like, I guess real life, because we were talking here just a few minutes ago about cars and like being in a space here. What is this?
I'm just telling him I'm gonna stream after this as well.
I need to go watch Linus with the old lady. It's a good show. It's a good show.
I have not watched it. I've been watching Mobland.
Ah, it's also a good
Uh,
one.
Solid. But what you were saying?
Kind of like we were saying, like when it comes to like expressing ourselves, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people, whatever, they go crazy with the cars. But I think that's also a reflection of like who you are as a person. Like, are you expressing yourself outwards through your car, through your vehicle, whatever it is? And
I'm sorry, man. Like I just read Rachel's that BO is here in the kitchen as I brain my friend.
Good
Rachel,
lord.
as long
uh,
as you make the sandwich, I'll be okay. Later, animal. Um, hey,
oh
man. Every now
no.
and then it's funny. Yeah, Bill of Rights, those damn Jordans. But you, so okay.
That's crazy, bro. Sorry. I
Oh,
got
Horace is that he six Niners? What? Okay, whatever. Anyways, so you were saying about like the
six.
outward expression and all that.
Um, I don't
Dude,
even know what I was
my
talking
bad, dude. That was
about.
all me. That was all me. But here, let me see if I could get us back on track. What's Man Marine? Solid,
That's
brother.
funny.
Man Marina's in the chat. You know, he's a good man
What
right
up?
there. Good man right there.
Are you actually a Marine?
He was actually,
That's what's up.
and he worked for HVAC.
Very
But
nice.
yes, but dude, so like my wife and I had these kind of conversations really often. You know, especially with like my in-laws. You know, they worry about us a lot. Everything that's happened with, I'm not even sure they know about the bricks and minifix thing. You know how like I got screwed and everything. They just know that. Actually, I think they might know a little bit, but
Yeah.
they just know that like it was stolen from me, and then I went and worked at a restaurant. You know, but it's that thing of like sometimes you're never going to really. People are not going to hear you out until you accomplish it, right? So that's where it gets lonely. Like it breaks you down. It hurts a lot because people just like you start realizing that maybe even your friends don't believe in you. I've told a friend of mine before. I'm like, hey, look, based off your track record, I don't believe it can happen. But I do believe that anything you put your mind to, you could accomplish it. Now, so I will support you on that. But just don't ask me if I believe in you. I
Yeah.
like, I believe in you in principle, but you haven't shown me like the track record. And I talked to somebody who's like, who's always opening businesses and stuff like that. And I'll go over this person's house, and they'd be playing video games in the middle of the day. They made money. They would get like, dude, $30,000 contracts and whatnot. But then they lose it all in like 3 4 months, and then they'd be playing video games. And I'm like they were playing video games as they were doing like things for their business, you know, and like the retail side of things, whatever it was. And but they weren't 100% dedicated. It wasn't like you wake up, you do this, take care of your family responsibilities, and then just focus on your business with every second that you have free. Like there's too many people that want it all. Like no, I want to also have a life. Like you don't get to have a life and try to own a Ferrari for a time.
Yeah.
You don't get to have a life and then complain about not being, you know, a good dad or financially successful or, being a good husband or president, whatever your goal is. There's things that you got to sacrifice, right? Um, you know, like I've been getting back into the gym recently, getting fit, and I usually watch a lot of Greg Plitt, right?
Hell yeah, dude. He's the best.
By the way, guys, Greg Plitt was a phenomenal fitness model. He was an actor as well. He was like revolutionary in terms of the fitness in YouTube because he didn't even do YouTube. He had his own website called gregplitt.com. Unfortunately, he died, got hit by a train at age like 37, I believe, back in 2013,
Been a
2014.
while, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. It's been 10 years. But super motivational, super awesome. And he would point these things out of like, like fitness. The transformation portion is so difficult to transform your body. It's but like the reward of being in shape is so great because of all the hardship you had to go through to achieve that. But maintaining an in shape state is easy Because once you achieve that goal, you never have to come back down because you can start eating pizzas and fast food again, and then you'll realize that like, oh man, I'm getting a little pudgy, and then go back because fat is like interest. It's like debt. It's like the work that you have to put through, right? Where
Yeah.
like you paid this much, but you're only taking this much off the top because the rest is all interest. Like the principle is like you're he makes an example of like you have to go run this far to get that much return. This far to get that much return. But the more you keep on it, the more you start paying off the principal. But once you start achieving, you get out of debt. It's all principal at this point. There's no more interest because the fat is what's so hard to burn off. You could melt your muscle. You could burn your muscle off and not eat the right nutrients all day long, and never burn fat. You could run for days and not burn fat because you're still eating like garbage. But like applying it all again, you're gonna take it off the principle,
Yeah. No,
right?
for sure. That's huge. Kind of bouncing off of that, I think like this is a question I wanted to ask you and maybe some of the people in the chat, especially Mr. Madman Marine here, because
Memory.
you
So this is
you
his answer to you. Yes, he was a Marine.
yeah, dude, you Marines are crazy people, man. So I appreciate your service first off. But I wanted to ask you, and I guess some of the people in the chat can also answer this too, but why is it like so terrifying for most people to step out of line and do something for themselves, like something custom for themselves?
Hmm. Well, again, I think part of it has to do with like they don't want to stand out. We always hear like the nail that sticks out the most is the first to get hammered or whatever, stuff like that. But I always point out like that's the point of a nail, is to get hammered.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like there's nature involved. So again, if you stick out, you're also a target. And a lot of people don't want to do that. And it's also not about sticking out too. It's just like being worried about sticking out. Like if
yeah,
you it's I also think part of it is they want to be included in something, included in a club, right? They like you buy a Ferrari, you want to be included in that. So you go to car meets and stuff. So you just want to be a part of the crew. You don't want to be the top dog.
yeah,
But I also think it's some sort of embarrassment. So I have three friends that like I kind of got to see their journey to success, and a lot of them felt embarrassed when they bought, a sports car. Sometimes it was something simple like a Lotus, where it's like $40,000. Other times like one of them bought a Lamborghini, one of them like bought a Corvette, and I think the same guy that bought the Lotus bought the Corvette. But like they would show up to work, and their employees would just like look at them differently, just because
yeah,
they had a sports car. And you hear stories on the internet of like people that bought a Ferrari and they park it like you know 10 minutes down the road, and so then they have to walk to work so that they don't feel that embarrassment. But like you shouldn't be embarrassed by accomplishing things.
it's true.
Like like if people start judging you because like, oh, you're big time now, like you're too much for us, like it's usually, and it sucks, but it usually is um them looking at their own inadequacies instead of being inspired, because you can't control that. But the good thing about it is that you I think also the reason why people don't stand out is because and do these things that they want to do that's like inside them is because they understand once they do that they are going to lose people. They're going to lose people, you
Yeah,
know, because sometimes you got to be an outlier, like I don't like talking about politics all the time, but
it's true.
sometimes something so egregious that you got to kind of stick up for the little guy. You got to put those principles out there because maybe you can make a difference.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And by doing so, a lot of people that you love, that you hang out with, they're gonna stop hanging out with you. They're gonna stop associating with you. You're gonna lose employees. You're gonna lose people that are in your life, and that's a tough pill to swallow. It's also one of the reasons why people give up, not because the road is hard, because they start getting lonely. They are gonna be lonely. They start going around making money. Maybe they're not even opening their own business. They're just making good money at their job. They got promoted. Other people are not getting promoted, and now they're getting crapped on. Like when my dad was went from a waiter to working at at corporate office, and now he was the boss of his original boss, and they had a
It's
great
crazy.
relationship. That boss no longer liked him. My dad was above him, but like he was like, "Yo, you got there because of me," like stuff like that. And he's like, "Look, man, I'm not here to like I'm not doing your stuff. I'm doing something that I have a skill in that I'm gonna get paid way more, and that's that. And I
Yeah.
happen to be your boss, and so like I'm just gonna look over your numbers, whatever." And so it's just like it's stuff like that. Like anytime you move up, anytime you change, anytime you start progressing in any area of your life, you're just gonna lose people. And some people rather just not lose or put aside or understand that they got cut some people out of their life. And sometimes those people are actual family members, which is like the toughest.
It's the
It's
hardest.
true though.
Yeah.
Like I get it. Like, it's funny, but it is true. It's like yeah, I can't support that. You're living a lifestyle I can't support, man.
Yeah.
Like I still love you, I still care about you, but this thing that you're doing, it ain't. I ain't with it.
Yeah. It's
You know.
different. Yeah. Moved a different path.
Yeah. And Mad Marine says lack of discipline to put in work. Most are afraid of failure, and instead of ignoring it to reach their goal, they see failure as an embarrassment. Yeah, instead of a learning opportunity. Yeah, and Tyrannosaurus says, I had a good visit today with Relic. He's an awesome guy. You're an awesome guy, Rick. Deep thoughts with Relic. Yes. Like and subscribe, everyone. That means all 12 of you. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, Bachishina Daily? What you doing?
I was just closing the door. Hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm here. I'm here.
But yeah. And again, also, Rick is also a veteran. Everybody that served,
Yeah.
thank you for
Thank
your
you
service,
guys.
everybody. Um, yeah. And hey, Mark Neemke is here. I've called him so many different things, I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Mr.
But
Mark.
but yeah, like what has been your experience of why you think some people don't want to express themselves more? Because me and you, we're both here's this is for the chat. Not only is me and Bachishinha both Brazilian and we are friends, we both have the same first name,
That's true.
right? So but we're more outgoing, right?
Yeah.
We are more um I would say expressive than most people. Like like you married an American, I married a Korean, but also their personalities came out with us, right? So like my wife, she's a little more outgoing now than when we met, but your wife, she's very outgoing, even for an American. That's like, dude, she's
Yeah.
practically a Brazilian. She just doesn't know Portuguese. You know
That's
what I
true.
mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she somehow fell for you because she said you're attractive. Like you're
Come on now.
you know you're ugly as hell.
Hold up. What?
Hey, you just ain't my type, bro. You're not my type.
Hey, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but it's okay.
Maybe, maybe your eyes were a little more slanted. Maybe I slap you every now and then. Give you a pat on the
Come
butt.
on. Okay.
But fool. So, but like, there's cultural things. But again, why do you think that is? Whether it's people having success, whether it's people just like being passionate about something, they're afraid to express it. Like, what's your opinion on that? Like, what do you think?
Oh, dude. Um, we'll get deep here for a second because, these last 3 years, no one really knows this, but I had the opportunity to work for a live events company, and at this, live events that we hosted, we had a lot of celebrity people come out, business owners, all these people who are successful, titans in the industry, and some of the people that we've had as well come out were like David Goggins, for example, also Marine, just crazy mental,
And he was
like
a
he's
Navy
just,
SEAL, and
or Navy SEAL, excuse me.
yeah. And he
Yeah,
was
but
Army Ranger, I believe, as well.
yeah, he was. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
like, I got to meet some of these people backstage, like one on one, get to talk to them and stuff. And I think one of the coolest things that I've ever heard that I've never thought about, like the way he expressed it. One of the things he said was like, a lot of people, it's not that they're afraid of failure. That's not why they're, that's not what's holding them back from trying. It's afraid of succeeding. Because, like, you get all these people that they're too afraid to try things. Um, like I said, not because they're going to fail, but because they're going to succeed. Like, if you actually succeed, you get to that point and you're like, okay, I built it. I made it here. I'm at this place where I wanted to be. Now what do I do? Like, I wasn't ready for this. I thought I was going to fail. And a lot of people just get to that point and they freeze. Like, I don't know what to do. So I think it's like such an important thing to like constantly just be trying to be better and work on your kind of like mental um, toughness, I guess you could say, to
Hmm.
know that you will succeed one day and it's all going to work out your way. But like you got to be prepared. You got to be ready for those changes. You got to make the sacrifices, kind of like you said. You just got to always be ready because someday that fear's just it's going to go away. Like you're going to achieve XYZ. So it's pretty cool to see like a lot of people succeed and um,
Yeah. Like I love reading about like military and talking to people in the military because sometimes they don't even know it, but they have a very successful mindset. Where like maybe they don't care too much about money or whatever, but the thing I constantly hear from a lot of military guys that especially that served overseas or have seen combat is like the only failure that exists is dying. So if you lose money, you can make it back. If you lose a business, you can open another business. Like it's just like a pain that's temporary, but it isn't like losing a friend. You know,
yeah,
losing somebody in this life that you loved before. You know, where like there's like now this empty hole in your life. It was just like, and I felt that with like the business, right? Like, I would call it a failure at this point because I trusted in the wrong people and got screwed over, and so that's a failure. You know, like I didn't make any money off of it back, or I did for a time when I had it, but you know, I had a business and got stolen from me. So, and that's one of the big reasons a lot of people give up is because they did trust in the wrong people and got screwed over.
100%.
Now,
Yeah,
like there's a period that like I was super upset about it, and like had to think about it, reevaluate so many things in my life. But I think because of like that I was always going after something, and I was always talking to people and trying to pick people's brain that I never like the fire diminished, but I never let it go out.
yeah,
You know, like a candle. Like sometimes you gotta pour gasoline on that, to get it going.
yeah.
So like don't like even if you see the fire going out, like sometimes just throw some gasoline on it. Like it's
That's true.
supposed to go up, normally like be a good flame, but sometimes you just gotta blow it up, just to make sure it doesn't go out.
Yeah, and
And yeah, like that whole like sometimes people just don't try. It sucks.
it's true. Yeah,
You know, it's
that's
the again back to Greg Plitt. He said you want to see something sad is like you go to you go to a graveyard and all of it is potential billionaires, millionaires, inventors. Like people who could have like it's like this guy right here, like he could have achieved world peace. This guy right here, like all these names that you'll never know, they could have been remembered for something great, but they probably had ideas and whether it is their environment or something, it was just shut down. And so, like, if you want to see something sad, it isn't the fact that people are dead. It's just ideas, potential has died. And you see that at a graveyard. If you can't recognize this name, something went wrong, kind of thing.
yeah,
And like, I know it's a very general sense, and that's the caveat, right? Like, we don't know everybody, and maybe this individual made an impact, and nobody knows who that person was, which is fine. But it's that thing of like you should always try to achieve your full potential, because as humans we don't know what our full potential is. We know with like an animal, a dog's potential is to grow up, breed, spread love, and then die. And then the next dog is it all the potential is the same, right? But
Yeah,
as humans, we have so much more. Like since we have a higher intelligence, we have a potential that is immeasurable.
it's true.
You know what I mean? Dude, we put metal in the sky that can take us from point A to point B safely.
It's wild.
Like you think like somebody who discovered the person who discovered metal threw it at somebody and then was like, "Oh, we could sit on this giant heavy thing and use the air to get us to all the way across the other side of the world." No. People thought of it and kept going after something and had crazy ideas.
Yeah,
It's crazy. Like,
it's
think about it. Things that are so normal for us. This YouTube, a screen, a computer, where me and you are sitting what, like 1,000 miles away from each other, having
yeah,
a conversation, and then people in the chat commenting, talking about their lives and hearing us out. Like, this is a miracle.
it's crazy, dude.
This is something that people had just thought of that didn't exist before. Like, that's a pretty incredible thing to be reminded. Like all these things that we're using,
Yeah,
like our smartphone, where everybody has a smartphone and it has the world's information on there, when before even your local library didn't have enough information for you to understand the world. It had a lot of information, but not enough for you to understand what's going on across the pond.
oh, 100%. Yeah, and now that I think about it, like we're in such a social media world where everything's online. But I guess a question for you here as well, like if social media had disappeared, like if we didn't have social media in today's day and age, and nobody could see your actual
Hmm.
success, would you still be chasing the same exact goals you are like currently?
Hmm. Like, well, that's the thing. It's like also with the failures, it's your choice. Like I see in the chat, like people talking about combat and stuff. Yeah, sometimes you make a mistake that's gonna cost the person next to you their life, or something in their life, right? That that's on you because you made the wrong decision, and you have to live with that, right? But it's that thing. Sometimes we do not get to choose what happens to us,
Oh, that's crazy.
but we like one of my favorite films of all time is Lord of the Rings, and Gandalf in the book he says it in the Shire, but in the movie he says it when they're in the caves of the Mines of Moria, and he says like, Frodo says like, "I wish this never happened to me. I wish like none of this ever happened." Right, all the negativity, and then Gandalf looks at him like, "So do all who see such times, but that's not for us to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us." Right. So just based off that, like there's so much to break down where it's like we get to have the attitude. We get to make the decision of after something happening to us. Because sometimes it's like maybe if I didn't fail, I wouldn't be as ambitious.
Yeah,
Maybe if I succeeded, I'd be more complacent. Like back when I worked at GNC when we moved out here, after I got fired, I started thinking, maybe this was a really good thing. And because I was just it was so easy for me. I'm phoning it in. I'm not progressing as a person. I'm not progressing financially. I kind of was, like I was trying to become a regional sales director and almost got to that point, and well, the regional sales director for that area, like I did regional sales a lot, but yeah, like for the area I wanted, right? And I was like, man, like I really didn't push myself there for the past like 2 years. I didn't progress as a person, as a husband, as a father. So it was a good thing. And obviously, like it
yeah,
led me to power wash and cleaning experiences here in Florida, led me to bricks and minifigs, and then that led me to here. And I'm not like a millionaire or anything through this, but like
Oh,
This
that's
not
awesome.
only am I enjoying it, having fun, but I'm making a little bit of income on the side. You know, it's nice. Like it's pays like this is helping me pay the bills, whatever. But it's also like allowing me to understand that like everything had a purpose, everything had a reason, and I got to choose those reasons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is the reason you became a miserable piece of crap, but that same thing could be the reason why you succeeded.
Yeah.
And it's just making a choice. Like again, regardless, that's why when people say like, "Oh, I don't have any regrets," I understand that, and you might have some regrets because of hindsight, but I don't think I would ever change anything because I like the trajectory that I'm going. It's difficult, you know. I'm not in like the best place, but like I could see that I'm going somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like yeah, like it's I don't know, like do you feel the same way? Do you feel like, hey man, I've made mistakes, but that's where I learned, and I'm still learning from the same mistakes, and I'm just going forward with it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the only way. Is like we all make mistakes. We all do
Hmm.
certain things that we think at that moment are just gonna absolutely crush us, or just gonna change our lives in a crazy way. And sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, I think personally from my life, my experiences, all the different things I've been through, and things that are currently hoping, like, was that nice? Hell yeah.
I said it in chat the other day, kind of on accident, like well, weeks ago, and I'm like, oh,
Gotta let the
everybody
people
knows
know.
now. But
Gotta
like,
be out there, dude.
but keep going, man. Like I want to hear what you have to say.
Um, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like what you were saying, man. It's all about just how you live your life. Like all the different things lead up to one thing. I mean, I don't know if like you think it's going to be devastating in the moment, but like you look back through your life and you see all the different things you've already been through. Like you've already been through
Mhm.
stressful situations. You've already been through like all these crazy hard challenges. So like this is
Yeah,
just another moment in your life. Like you'll get through this, just like you've gotten through the other things in the past. So I think that's kind of something that I keep at the forefront of my mind always. Like whenever something comes up, I know I'm gonna make it through. Like we got this, you guys.
yeah, and it's freaking tough. Like, actually, my wife and I had this conversation last night where it's like, you know, we're talking about the Bible, the Book of Mormon. We're talking about books. We're talking about like people's experiences, all this stuff, right? The Quran, all of it. And I'm like, the reason we hear these stories, it isn't for us to compare our lives and being like, oh yeah, people went through way worse things than I did, so I shouldn't complain. It's like, no, like they went through some of the same stuff, but it doesn't mean that you're not gonna feel something similar, not the same thing, but something similar with something less tragic. But what you go through matters.
Yeah,
Regardless of the level it is, it still matters because you're still a human being. So you can take that with you. And then if you can ease someone's suffering or make sure that they don't suffer like you did, which is one of the reasons why I love the US is that people are so open to talking. Like, yeah, there's douchebags, you know, but like you go to Brazil and I've met some really nice like millionaires in Brazil. But overall, like the majority are dicks. Like they look at you like a cockroach.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And here, like, it's like people, as much as like I think the culture and personalities of American people are a little colder. They're less trusting. They're less like expresses as we are. They still care very deeply about an individual to make sure that they don't go through the same issues that they went through, right? So
yeah.
I think that's something that's beautiful about the American culture, you know. And yeah, I think overall like that is the American culture where it's like we want to help you but in the right way. We want to make sure you don't suffer in the right way.
Yeah. Yeah,
And I'm going to share my experience so that you don't suffer like I did. And I think that's
I
a
love
very
it.
deep thing about the American culture, you know. So it's it it becomes, I think sometimes, people don't express themselves as well because of everything they've been through. That they kind of just don't want to stick out, and maybe they want to express more, but like they're good not doing that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's okay. Like it's not a bad thing to not stick out. But it's like if you want to express yourself, you should. You should do everything you can. Like um I was at church the other day and I was talking to this guy and we were like talking about like we hate small talk. Like I'm like, "Hey, look, I'm not going to ask you like, how's work been? How's your life?" F that. What are you into, man? Just tell me what you're into.
Tell
You
me.
into crack? Are you into cocaine, man? Are you into Lord of the Rings? Like, dude, let's party. Let's talk. Like, I want to
Yeah.
know your interests. I want to see your personality come out. I want to be like, so, dude, how's work been? How you been? How's the family? How you been lately? Like,
Yeah.
like things going good, man. Shut up, man. Ask me a real question. Be like, yo, man. I was looking at these swords. Like, you into swords, man? Like, I want a sword for my wall. What? Like, tell me something real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think part of the negative thing of being an adult is that we all secretly want to be more like a kid. We want our toys, we want to express ourselves, but we were all taught to be like, nah, you got to be a professional now. You got
Yeah.
to wear a shirt and tie, and like, and I think people conflate a lot of things, like for instance, biblically. In Corinthians, when it's like, as a man, like I left the childish things behind, because I'm a man now. It's like I think it speaks more of like being immature, like not fulfilling responsibility. Doesn't mean you can't, like, like how are you gonna raise a kid if you don't let your inner child come out every once in a while to put a smile on that kid's face?
It's true. Yeah.
That's not a childish thing, you know.
Yeah.
So, like things like that, these principles are like people conflate way too much. It's like no, like I can go to my job. Like one of my employees who's part of the five. You know what the 501st is?
No.
So it's the platoon in Star Wars, but like this community created the 501st, and they do like completely accurate to the movies, like stormtrooper outfits, clone trooper
Pretty
outfits,
sick.
whatever. And they do like LARPing. They were even like hire the Mandalorian's a terrible show, but the Mandalorian hired the 501st to be part of their films.
Oh,
So
that's right.
like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the
I've seen that.
extras were the 501st, and he was a part of it. And so it's like he went to his job, made the money and all that stuff, but he also spent a little bit on creating his costume and going out, and like he also loved this one employee of mine. He loved to do it's not LARPing, but it's like medieval combat, and like there's like a real cavalry. Like he got his chest caved in by a horse.
That's crazy.
Like there was a full horse charge and all that. Like
That's
so
wild, bro.
it's yeah, like it, he was being, you could say that's childish, but it isn't really. It's like no, like he fulfilled his responsibilities. Now he's doing something that's enjoyable. He enjoys this stuff, and that's no hate. There's no hate there.
Yeah.
So I think that's what a lot of people are like. Hey, you gotta kind of let your inner child come out, man.
Yeah.
You gotta like do something that makes you happy. Like not everything that makes you happy you should do. Like
No. Yeah.
if beating up, like Ezra Miller beating up pregnant women on the street, that made him happy. You probably shouldn't do
I
that.
mean, that's a weird type of happy, but
Yeah, man. Like doing crack, probably shouldn't do that. I don't
yeah,
care
that's
if it
another
makes you
one.
happy. You know.
That's funny.
I just want to just read out the chat a little bit. Memory says we had a lot of freedom to accomplish a mission. We would be given a mission or task and do operational planning as a team and submit the plan for approval. You learned a lot. Oh yeah, you do. Uh,
That's sick.
Tyrannosaurus says I'm an adult too, but I can't afford any expensive toys. We make the toys. Let's make the toys, man.
Oh my
But yeah.
gosh.
Like again, I think like just like these cars, they're a toy. They're just a
That's funny.
very expensive adult toy
Yeah.
for your pleasure.
It's a yeah. It makes me happy.
I bet it does. All those vibrations. I bet it does make you happy about your skin. I
I
bet
just
it
work here,
does.
bro.
Why has he been in
That's
the
wild.
bathroom for 30 minutes? No, I don't
Hear a lot of car sounds in
know.
there.
Better not ask these questions. Dude, but good lord. Yo!
That's funny. Just reading
Justice
in
for
here.
Heroin Bird is here. Hey, remember, no heroin. I don't care if it makes you happy.
Oh my gosh.
But
Oh
yeah,
man.
okay.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. Like, you want to know something? I've always wished somebody would come up with a flying car. Because again, I don't want to come up with it. Like,
Yeah.
like I just there's a lot of things that's like I kind of know I can do it if I put my mind to it, but I'd rather just not do it. Like, there's one thing if am able to do, which would be a goal, is like to get Lucasfilm and bring back Star Wars to what George Lucas' original vision was, make it real Star Wars. But I just wanted to be a fan. I just wanted to go to the movies and trust in somebody else to make a good movie. Like, I watched this recent Spider-Man movie today. I give it a month or two where people are like, "Oh, maybe that movie wasn't so great," because dude, that movie is poo. Like, the writing sucks. Nobody's a hero. Nobody has any moral standards. It's insane. Like, the villain is a straight up murderer, Jean Grey, and they just like kind of like, "Oh, you were tortured. You you might have killed people, but you're not a murderer deep down inside," and they just let her go. And it's
Well,
like, oh, okay, that was insane. We just saw her murdering old people, blowing up buildings for like the hell of it, for fun, by the way, for fun.
yeah.
And we're just like, you've been hurt. You've been hurt by your past. So
She's
all
okay.
that death and massacre, she was willing to blow up an entire kilometer perimeter of a city. Everybody involved, and they're just like, oh, but she cried. So
Oh
she has a
my.
heart. It's like, dude, this movie is freaking donkey dick, man. It was insane. But yeah, like, you can't trust people. Hollywood doesn't have a moral compass no more. You can't trust that. So, but
No.
I wish that were the case. I don't want to watch a crappy movie. I don't want to be the one that's responsible for everything. I would love it, and that's the thing. If you have the power to do something, like there was a comment the other day, right? Actually, I read it today. It kind of relates to this. So I criticized a specific YouTuber, but it was a very small criticism. There was one YouTuber criticized the crap out of him, but there was one that was like, "Hey, look, this YouTuber is like very into Lego Star Wars. They've been on a stream with the CEO and the COO, asking them questions about the bricks and minifix thing, but it's been over a month and he hasn't even touched the topic of bricks and minifix anymore. He
Yeah.
also purchased sets from Brandon that were Brian Mansell's sets that he obviously didn't know, and he made like a small statement. It's like, you don't need to change your YouTube channel to be investigative or anything like this, but implement an opinion every once in a while because this is particularly part of your community. So like the reason I bring that up is because like sometimes we have a responsibility, you know, because like we were involved in something. Like, I could have stayed silent and kept doing YouTube how I was doing it before and just not get involved at all. But I just
Yeah.
made one comment. I'm like, oh man, yeah, like these guys suck. They stole my store too. And then I started realizing that like, hey, I should probably show everybody like these guys' personalities so they have an understanding of how big this story is and what's gonna happen. Which like then I warned a guy, the main guy, Reckless Ben, I'm like, they're gonna, they're going to like call out heroin. They're gonna call out all this stuff that they're just gonna make up lies about you, man. You got to be careful. And like, man, they already did that. And I'm like, oh damn. And it's like that kind of stuff. It's like, like these things are like if I stayed quiet, Maybe I wouldn't have made that much of an impact, but at least people get a context of like this is somebody who you know played video games with these guys, and he's putting out like the possibility of getting sued just so that everybody else can
It's
have some
crazy.
context, and that's
Yeah,
like that's the least I can do. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to see these people get hurt, and then like I see these Lego YouTubers that's like it's particularly completely part of their community, and everything is related to their channel, and they're not even doing barely anything to help out the situation because
yeah,
it goes past like oh getting clicks and stuff. It's like some innocent person's getting hurt, and you as a person that claims to be a good person and wants to bring entertainment and happiness to the world, maybe you should not just let an innocent person be there lying bleeding and walk past them because it's not your responsibility. You just rather not get involved.
yeah.
Why don't you like pick them up, clean them off a bit, like call the cops, get this person an ambulance, like
So
do something. You don't have to be the next the next tyrannical leader or whatever. Uh so wait, Mad Marine, is that question for us, or when you said do you find the downfall of owning these types of vehicles is they lose money versus making it? My expensive toys donating money. Made a deal with God. He answers my prayers, and I pay it forward with love for Him, my church, and fellow men. You the man, Mad Marine. Trust me, my wife was through the moon with everybody's donations. It's been meaning a lot to us, and I'm glad that I'm worth to in your guys' eyes your hard-earned money. So I don't care if it's a dollar or a million. Like I cherish every penny. So I
yeah,
thank everybody, and I also thank you guys for donating to other people who also deserve it. It's really good to see like the community helping each other out. It's awesome. Um, but yeah,
that's cool.
the
Yeah,
yeah helping people and not actually caring about helping people and expecting nothing in return is a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful thing. It's not it's almost a selfish thing because you get rewarded so much more helping people than you do being helped, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, it's like sometimes I'm like, man, I kind of wish I could do this because like in a selfish way I want to feel good.
I
I want to
need
help
those.
people. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I want to send people money, but I need
for
all the
sure.
money, man.
No, no, for sure,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
sick.
I think it's also one of those things like sometimes like for instance like owning a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, this is gonna help inspire somebody. You're not giving them money, but maybe you're giving them some like this kid who loves Lamborghini, never seen one, and you're the one that allowed this kid to sit on the driver's seat and just turn on the car or something, and you made it so that that kid maybe someday owns a Lamborghini or even does more just because of that one interaction. So maybe
Yeah.
you didn't give him money, but you showed that kid that you could achieve things and not be a dick. You know, uh, me and my dad we talk about this kind of stuff. Like how you help people isn't always through money. It isn't always through like something tangible, but maybe it's like a prayer. And sometimes it's just giving your time, your service, maybe hearing a person out. Like my dad always um like talks to homeless people. And it's kind of dangerous at times because I'm like, Dad, like we're kind of not in a great neighborhood.
You
But
gotta
he'll
be
sit
careful.
down next to him and start talking to him because
Yeah,
he just looks at me like, man, like you gotta understand, like some of these people, all they need is somebody to talk to, just somebody
yeah,
to care for them, like once. And I think it's because like with his experiences, in Brazil, like my one of my his uncles was like a hardcore drunk, and he'd be going to school and he'd look at this bum and realize that it was his uncle, and it's just nobody was talking to him.
yeah.
And like this guy was married, but like he was a smaller guy, and his wife, like he was getting abused. His wife would beat the crap out of him because she was like built.
That's tough, dude.
He was just this little dude, but he was a
Yeah,
drunk. He didn't fulfill his responsibilities, right? So it's like I think obviously through his experiences, like he kind of understood that we're all human, and he's never left that like let that leave him. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's like these good examples that I have. It's like yeah, sometimes like in order to give to people, it's not through monetary means, and sometimes giving people money, you're actually hurting them. That happens a lot with
it's true.
family. Like you see a family
Yeah,
member struggling, and you have the means to provide them with some dough, but they might take that dough and go gamble it away because they're an addict, and so then you kind of start being complicit.
it's true. Yeah,
Yeah, like it's kind of your fault because you know that they have this addiction and you still gave them money. What's wrong with you?
you got to be careful with that. How you do it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's different. You're like send me your bills and then I'll pay it, but I'm not giving you the money.
Not just straight up. No,
Oh yeah, you're gonna gamble it away, man.
hold up.
Yeah.
No,
And
but
then Rachel says, last person I helped was pushed out of a moving semi. Oh my gosh, and it was a mess. I upset family because I was 45 minutes late and was criticized for not calling the police to deal with it. That's like, that sucks that you receive criticism. And again, I think it's also hard to judge the people that also criticize you because it's hindsight, right? Like they're in a cool head. But I think it's a beautiful thing that you noticed and you like quickly your reaction was to like be there and help them as much as you can, you know. So, but it sucks being criticized when when you did something good. You know what I mean?
yeah. That's funny. Sorry, just reading the chat here.
No, 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 no. The chat. That's why we do this. We want to hear the chat. We want to hear the chat. But yeah, like the oh shoot, what happened? Hold on. Sorry, like my freaking sometimes like with the new PC, sometimes I don't know what I'm pressing,
Yeah,
and then my screen goes blank, and I'm like,
like, hold up.
I don't know what happened, guys. My bad. But in like I actually did want to ask you because when you were living out here in Florida, you had all these opportunities, right? A great job. You got to meet these people. Like I think you met Kevin Hart and whatnot, David Goggins. You got to kind of pick their brains a bit. Like now that you're moved back to Utah, you're unfortunately close to American Provo. You're gonna get screwed. You're in Sandy, right?
Currently Draper.
Okay, that's good because Sandy Police Department's also pretty effed up.
Oh my gosh.
They, dude, every police department is freaking like you know
It's pretty
just
bad.
just for him, remember, I will make a PC video at some point just for you and some other people that ask. But yeah. But now that you're back in Utah, you kind of have a different perspective. Like, what's kind of like the new things that you're like looking forward to start? Do you f- are you worried? Because I heard this from a lot of people, even YouTubers that like lived in Utah and moved somewhere else. Like Utah was just too smooth. Like it was too easy. Like there was no urgency. So then like people moved to LA, New York because people are on the go, trying to get things done. Like do you feel like you have momentum to kind of start the things you want to start? Like we talked about your car industry. We've talked about you even opening a clothing brand before in the past. Um, do you feel like you're motivated to do any of this stuff more so now?
I think so, yeah. Especially coming back from like Florida.
Hmm.
Being here, it's definitely a different change of scene and scenario. I think where we were at specifically in Florida was a little bit more laid back. Like the job itself and like all the people we met was not laid back. It was like constant go go go. But is a little more laid back. But like it was great having to get the opportunity to meet all these different people.
Yeah,
Um, like I drove multiple times for a lot of these celebrities. So I got to speak with them multiple times, one on one in the car. Like with Kevin O'Leary, I got to talk to him multiple times, and what's his name? Rich Dad Poor Dad Robert. Um,
Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah.
Kiyosaki. Yeah, he's a great guy. Like we just sat in the car and talked business, and he would tell me like all these different things that he's doing. So it's like I think the knowledge that I gained over the last few years was pretty incredible, and it's kind of like you said. Yeah, there is a little bit of a different type of urgency here in Utah compared to some of the bigger cities like New York or LA or wherever you're at, because it's big cities. Everyone's on the move, and here it's a little more laid back in a sense, but I feel like it's really about the person, like who you are as an individual, that
Yeah, yeah.
it kind of drives you. Like now that I'm back here in Utah, some of the people I do recognize are a little more laid back. They're content with life. It's just chill and all that stuff. But like me personally, I'm like, dude, I still got to go do stuff. Like we got to keep going. Like I can't slow down
Hmm.
now. Like we got to build momentum while it's high. So
Yeah, it
I
goes to like in terms, since we're talking about Utah, like Larry H. Miller practically built the place. You have like people like Brigham Young, the governor of Utah. You have people like Larry H. Miller who saw this, loved that state so much that he's the one that made the Utah Jazz what it is today.
he did, yeah.
Brought a lot of like the cars that we own now, um, because of like his love for Utah, like Toyota.
Yeah,
Toyota's big because of him in the U.S. and it's kind of was because of Utah,
yeah,
right? And so he was able to develop this place. And again, when a place needs to be developed, there's a lot of people that are going to be stagnant. Just be like, no, I have all this land, farmland, and I'm going to do my work here, but I'm not going to try to do anything more than that, which is not a bad thing. It's no hate on it.
yeah,
But yeah, like it has to be kind of in you to be like, yo, I don't care if like everybody around me is 80 years old and they're done. I'm gonna do something great.
keep it going.
Like everybody's going 40 miles an hour on an 80-mile-an-hour highway, and you're going 100. They
Yeah,
got their Prius, and you're there in a Ferrari, just boom.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, at least you're winning.
That's true. Yeah,
But yeah,
dude.
like I was kind of thinking about that because, as you know, like one of the reasons why, actually, like fitness is a huge like learning ability for life. Like it's a huge comparison of how you should live a life, right? Where like, oh, you want to learn, you want to get more fit, you want to better yourself physically, you want to better your health. You
Yeah,
sometimes have to determine like maybe I'm doing everything right, but it's a change of scenery. It's a change of environment. The
yeah,
people around me, I got to cut loose because I can't help them with the current state I'm in.
for sure.
Or
Yeah,
like I have some leeches around me, and I gotta like put that to the side. And so, um, Lily, I have not, but I will get to it tonight. I'll be doing another live stream after this, but yeah, which you could be a part of, Mister Daily.
okay.
Um, and but we keep Daily Drive specifically on this stuff. But yeah, like so we're we are kind of you kind of have to make that kind of assessments. Change your environment, change your current trajectory, sacrifice certain things that let's say you like to watch TV every night before bed because it calms you down, but that's hurting your results. Like maybe you're not good at tracking your results, and now you have to keep tracking them. So that's
Yeah,
also going to change an aspect of your life. Maybe you're a very obsessive personality, so you have to cut a bunch of things in order to better yourself in certain areas. So it's just like, man, because I know you, but just like with everybody, when real life keeps happening, one of the reasons for the show is that so that we can stay in contact, right?
yeah,
But as real life happens, everybody just grows distant a little bit, and it sometimes, I guess, again, the path to success is lonely, but it's also not because people are abandoning you or growing apart. It's just you don't have time to
yeah.
always
It's
be
busy.
a part of the people's lives you're in. Like, if we lived in the same neighborhood, yeah, we'd have time. Maybe even carpool to work together, whatever it is. Like, we'd be talking, chilling.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like it was something that like I was wondering, like, like is Mr. Bachistrinha here gonna be able to? keep the fire alive from that job, going back to an environment that he recognizes without that job.
Yeah,
And now it's like all on you. And you're going to,
100%. Yeah.
and, like, I know some of the people that are going to be around you that are kind of, maybe not as supportive, you know. Maybe they criticize a little too much on your path, and these are people that are supposed to be your peers, people your same age, and maybe they're doing well, and other people see this guy's doing well, but Bachishina still hasn't achieved this money. So like,
Yeah.
because all that stuff is gonna weigh heavy, But like again, just like the gym, you're training so that you can hold that burden. It's not so that you don't have any struggle. It's so that you're able to endure the struggle, right? So that's like one of the things I was wondering about, if like you felt that you were prepared to go back to an environment that's maybe not optimal for the regular person to handle.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
definitely different. Definitely
Yeah.
different. But yeah, I think kind of like we mentioned a little earlier, just keeping your
Yeah.
mind right, like keeping yourself in check. Like don't just do what's best for you. Like you got to do what's best for you. Like you're like we mentioned with the cars as well. Like you want to outward express your cars. You want to build it how it is. Like go for it, dude. This is your life. It's your car. It's whatever you want to do. So I think it ties in as well to kind of like how we're both living
Yeah.
and going about life at the current moment.
Yeah. It's just like it's just decisions, right? It's just simply like your everyday decision and being like, okay, like there's things that can't change. Like my rule is like as soon as I'm thinking about somebody, I'll give them a phone call. I don't do that with you anymore because it's like, man, this fool never calls me. Like, I'll wait till he gives me a call,
Oh my.
and then he didn't answer me for like a year. By
Yeah,
the way,
you
yeah,
guys
yeah,
gotta.
yeah. Like, let me call out Bachishi and Daily just for the chat. This fool didn't call me for like a year,
I
and I was
mean,
like, well, screw this guy. Like, he doesn't give a damn. And then you call me out of the blues, like, hey man, how's it going? I'm like, well, I lost everything. And you're like, what? I'm like, yeah, man, maybe you should have been calling.
damn.
Yeah.
Well,
That was a funny, like, I'm so glad I said it that way. Like, chat, you guys don't understand. It was so funny because Mr. Daly here was just on a poll like, dude, what? I'm like, yeah, man. Maybe if you could call me more than once a year, you'd know what's going on.
it's hard, man. It's busy out
Yeah,
here.
yeah, it is busy out here. Like, damn, dude. But man,
Well,
I don't know. Like, I'm excited for the future. I have no idea what it holds. I'm making plans. As somebody pointed out, I want to open the restaurant with my father. It's gonna take a lot of money. Yeah,
it'll work
but
out.
I know it's gonna work out. It's just like I want it to work out now. Like we have the plan. The company already has the business plan all set up. Everything is good to go. All of
Yeah,
it is good to go. It's just we're at the last stages. It's money and location, and that's it. We got the marketing strategy. We got it all.
yeah.
But it's just that hurdle, man. It's just like that big hurdle. You're like your legs just ain't strong enough. You gotta keep squatting, gotta keep training to jump over that hurdle. And it's annoying, brother. It's annoying.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, cause dude, so when I was at the restaurant and like doing this, like I'm like, oh man, I'm starting to make like decent enough side money where like I can now like actually take days where I could spend money on gas so that I could go and like travel to find investors, to find locations to look from. But then, got fired, and then what's what? It's like, man, as soon as I'm close to like being able to do something, just boom. It was annoying. But yeah. How about me?
It's tough.
See me at dinner Friday. Where at? Let me know, Rick. I have to talk to my wife. I still don't know if I'll be available Friday. But just let me know. Want to know? But yeah, man. Uh, like it's it's that thing where me and you, there's so many things that we feel are so close, and that's like, it's so nice because it's right there,
Yeah.
but it's just like it's even worse. Like the journey is so much better than being close because it's like you're reaching out and you're trying to touch it.
So
You know,
close.
it's like like I'm just trying to grab some titties or something, just like so close, but like can't do it yet. Gotta get the permission.
Oh
Has to
my
be
gosh.
consensual.
Well, I mean,
Like I'll grab your titties though,
hold up.
but like it's just you're right there, right there. But you just can't. It's like a force field, like just something clear that's like it's kind of like be on the other side of the glass, like like window shop, like going to the Lamborghini dealership when it's
Yeah,
closed. It's like I I'm touching the glass. It's like 2 feet away from me,
it's
but
right there.
can't get to it. Can't
Yeah,
get to it. Oh, thank you, Violet. That's for both of us. Inspiring that how you don't give up. To admit, Relic seems more healed now. Dude was struggling. I'm still struggling, man.
oh my gosh.
There's some streams where I'm like tired. I'm just like, "What's up, everybody? Like, we're chilling."
Come on.
But yeah, like the day I was so tired, man, so exhausted. But I'm like, you know what? People, my thoughts are fresh. People deserve it. Again,
There you go.
so just to point this out, I have to admit, Relic seems more healed now. Dude was struggling. I'm not saying like let's use that as an example. Not that I'm healed, but it's like it's your attitude. It's like you can't just keep complaining. Like the things haven't changed, right? There hasn't been like this great progression where like I'm happy now. It's kind of like think about it this way. Actually, Greg Plitt, like
Yeah,
where he points out like like you're having a bad day, Murphy's Law's beating you down, and then you get a phone call and it's good news, like you won the lottery or your sister beat cancer, and you're like you have this new perspective, like you have this fresh air, like man, now it's awesome, like everything is going well now because of this good news, and it's like, wait, what the hell are you talking about? Excuse me? There was no power that came through the phone and embodied you to change and have a positive outlook. You had that capability the entire time. You had it the
sure.
entire time. Like it's like that January 1st, like, oh yeah, January 1st, this magical date is when I could get the monkey off my back and change my life and get in shape. It's like, no, you're the
Yeah,
same capable person as a regular Monday as you are in January 1st. There's no power that's actually, it's just your vision, your outlook in life, what you value. You value this date, January 1st, that you'd rather sabotage the rest of the year than start tomorrow. Start right now. Do some push-ups right where you're sitting and get off the couch, just so that you can have something, so that you can start progressing your life. Like you can make the decision today to better your life. Yeah, it's not like I'm deciding to have money and then you like got to look for work, but you didn't make any money that day. But you at least went out to look for work. You guys were active. You have that ability in you. It's not some voice that's gonna give you good news through the phone. You've always had the ability. And
it's true.
like it's like, yeah, things aren't like better, but I'm working. I'm going forward. I'm progressing. We're doing these streams. We're having fun, but there's a purpose to all this. Like me and you are not, we're not doing the stream so that we could become famous and rich, but we're doing it because it's something we love to talk about, and we want. And then like, yeah, it's a show. Like we want this to grow. Like that's
It'd be
part of
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we want this to grow. We want to make money off this. It's gonna be great. But overall, like we are going to keep going and progress this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we're going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But we're also not going to shirk our responsibilities for the show. We're still going to go, work at our jobs and all that. But
Still got things to
yeah,
do.
yeah, man. Uh, but yeah, so like let's I think right there's a good point to to end it for now. And again, guys, this is the Daily Drive. All right. Have you put out a new video recently?
Not recently. I
I
got
saw
some
your video. Your
content, but
videos are doing well, man. Like, get some content put out there, man. The people want to see it. People want to see it, man. It's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, we got some
Yeah.
stuff. I got some
Well,
content. Just gotta edit and
yeah,
put
yeah.
it out there right now.
When you fly out here someday, we'll vlog. We'll vlog the entire time.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Look at this loser right here, Mr. Daily.
Oh my, we're just gonna live stream the whole thing.
Yeah, dude. No, don't do that. I can't handle an entire day without going for one racial slur. You know what I mean?
Oh gosh.
As you know, I know you. We're not gonna be able to
I
handle
know.
this. We're not gonna be able to handle
It's too
it.
much.
But yeah, so what you got going for us this week, man? Like, what can the people expect to see? Are they gonna see shorts? Are they gonna see a new video? Are you gonna start live streaming again? What's up? What's going on this week?
I definitely got some live streams, some ideas that I'm gonna be coming out with, and then a lot of shorts I got filmed. Gonna just gotta edit those. Got it on my phone, so I gotta edit those, put them out, and then
Heck yeah!
go from there. Go from there.
All right, awesome. Well, you guys know me. I'll be live streaming in a few hours, possibly, um, and I'm gonna put out some videos this week about bricks and minifigs, and hopefully do a Spider-Man review because I really want to talk about it. It's pissed me off. Like, dude, people clapped in the theater like seals. I'm like, all you guys are retarded.
Oh, come
You
on,
guys
man.
like, no, because it's like it's all flashy. There's just a lot of cool things about it, but there's no foundation. There's no substance. It's just cool action scenes, crappy story. Some of the best Spider-Man scenes you'll ever see, but the story ain't there, man. Some of the best
Yeah,
acting you'll ever see too.
yeah.
Like Tom Holland really crushed it. Like his performance is phenomenal, but everything else, crap. Said it wasn't a Spider-Man movie. Yes, that's man. I wanna shake your son's hand, Rachel. Like, you're a real one. You're a real one. That's real.
That's
Rachel
funny.
says my son said it wasn't a Spider-Man movie. It wasn't. It was Dookie.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was a terrible written movie. Great action, terrible, terrible movie. I've heard talking about Spider-Man movie. He said said has said Spider-Man movie has said it sucked. I see a lot of people, even people YouTubers I like, saying that they love it. It was a Marvel movie. Uh, mm, which Marvel? The eras are different. You know, since 2019 we've had super gay Marvel, and now we're having like aneurysm stroke Marvel.
Oh my gosh.
Like they're just retarded. But yeah. But anyways, guys, it is me, the last relic. Thank you for coming on the daily drive. We will be doing this hopefully every Wednesday night around 6 p.m. Um, Western Mountain Time, and then 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, and it'll be on Wednesday nights. It's Central Mountain Time or something, right?
I think it's Mountain Daylight Time,
Mountain Daylight Time, whatever.
something like that.
And so if we happen to not stream on Wednesdays, we'll both put out a post and be like, no stream tonight, or maybe sometimes I can't do it, or sometimes Bachchan can't do it, and so maybe you could do one on your own, and I'll send you the whatever I got, thumbnails and whatever you can do with, and then
Beautiful.
yeah, because sometimes
Let's do it.
Wednesdays nights are weird sometimes, you know.
You never know.
So yeah, but anyways, it is I, the last relic, and my co-host
Bachchan.
Bachchan Daily, which who knows, he might get a new name. Who
Hey,
knows?
hey, hey.
Yeah, Mr. Promises for the last 3 weeks.
I got no promises, bro.
Well, all right, everybody.
Uh,
I'll see you guys soon. Have a good night.